Alright guys, I'm making this video because I'm dealing with a bit of it myself, but I know a lot of people are dealing with it. It's stressful when you see these big pullbacks on crypto. I mean, we saw some of these crash like, 30, 40% yesterday, which is scary. A lot of people think it's a crash, but I want you to understand, okay? So that was so far, we're looking at Ethereum because that's like a representation of the altcoins. That was from the very tippity top to the very bottom, that was a 14% drawdown. Okay. Now, if we go back to the previous cycle and we look at the same period of time that we're in now, which is right here, right? We got our first breakout here. This is where ETH broke out, and it ran from 468 to 614, which is about a 50% move. Okay, that's literally almost identical to this move. It just looks way bigger because there's way more money in this asset now. The market cap is way higher. We're not going to get the same percentages and moves. Like, you're not going to get a kajillion X return here because of how much bigger this is now, but you can still get multiples really easy because of how much money is flowing in from stimulus packages and stuff happening around the world. I mean, people are printing money all around the world. So anyways, point being is this little red section right here, right? Looks like nothing, looks like a little tiny divot. That was a 23% pullback. Okay. So then maybe we say, okay, we're farther along than that. Maybe we're at this one, right? 32% retracement. Just to march on higher, not even a couple days later. Like literally a couple days. And that is the exact same point of the cycle that we're in right here. Literally almost to the date, which is kind of crazy. But we're like a week early. So look, I mean, the chart still looks great. We did break the line. We broke the current trend, which we may be in for some consolidation. My guess is CPI is coming out tomorrow, and we're going to see it pump if CPI is good. That's what I think is going to happen. But regardless, you need to understand that volatility is a sign that money is coming in. Okay? It's a good thing. And you also have to understand that while you lose 2%, 3%, 5% a day on stocks, crypto is immensely more volatile because of the speculation behind it. So you get moves, of 69, 70%, followed by 15% pullbacks. Like, I would not be surprised to see this go down more, which I'm right there with you guys. It sucks, right? But you can't sell. You can't sell. You got to hold and add to your positions at these lows if you're going to play this game, right? Do not sell on the down. When everybody is talking about how great it is and how much money it's worth and have you seen this action, blah, 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 that's when you take profits. That's it. When everybody's like, oh my God, crypto's a scam, blah, 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 that's when you should be buying. And it really is that simple. This happened in one day and everybody's like shitting their pants. And it's crazy because what really actually caused this, and this is genuinely what caused it, okay, is Bitcoin had this massive liquidation event right here, and right here, and right here, okay? But this candle specifically was the biggest liquidation in history ever for Bitcoin. Ever. And we're just at the beginning of the printing cycle. Now, why does that bring the price of altcoins down? Well, because everything runs with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's price drops sharply, the altcoins will suffer in multiples compared to it. Because really all the money in all the other crypto is cycling out of Bitcoin. As Bitcoin's dominance falls, people are putting money into crypto. So in a way, you could actually see this as a bullish sign. Like, these are some people taking profits, and then when the market comes down, they're waiting for that, and then they put it into these altcoins. And if you don't think they'll do that, they 100% will do that. Wall Street manipulates everything. And they are heavily involved with crypto now, which is kind of hilarious because the whole point of crypto was to go against the grain. But anyways, that said, these liquidations, like this is people trading on margin. So they say they have $40,000 in their account. They can open a trade for 10x margin, like $400,000, right? And if the price drops enough, they'll get liquidated on that whole thing. And they have to pay that whole thing. So that pulls $400,000 out of the asset. And the reason I know it was a liquidation is because if you go down to like a smaller time frame, so we go down to like the hourly, and we go back, where are we at here? Let's see, right here. See this candle? Price started to drive down here because he got liquidated, just went and dropped straight in the line, and then immediately went and got sucked back up, and then it happened again right here, and then sucked right back up. That's because there's a ton of demand in this area, which is why we're starting to see more upside, right? We're starting to trend up now because we sucked up all the demand here. Like all the buy orders are bought up, and now the price is correcting from consuming that demand. And demand is still going to be there, but the amount of supply in this area that was available got consumed. And now people are just buying anyways because they're buying the dip. So nothing has changed fundamentally, like literally nothing. And I'm making this video, have to convince myself because my portfolio is rough right now. I'll just show you guys because, you know, the small account, gotta be real with you. So we lost, you know, damn near all of our gains. We were at 92.56, so we lost $1,100 roughly in this one over the last day, and we lost $1,000. Refresh it because this is stupid. Yeah, about $1,000 so far in this one, and I'm not sweating. I'm not selling. In fact, I added $500 at a low point, I think at like 819 or something, or does it say? Price 893. So I didn't, Coinbase's spreads are ridiculous because it was at like 850 when I actually bought it. That's wild. That is so screwed up. Robinhood's just as bad. Part of why I will never use these platforms outside of this video, but it won't matter. Well, it will. It'll affect our returns for sure, but we're still going to get good returns, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, and then what else did I do? In here, because we were in profit on ETH, I saw this pullback as an opportunity to maybe diversify this a bit because Ethereum just moves so damn slow. So I did take a little lot out of there. You can see, you know, we used to have like 8,000 in there. Granted, some of that's from it falling. You have to understand. I don't know why chart was lagging that bad. Yeah, we had over 8,000 in that at one point. So I've spread that out now a little bit. I've got 1,000 in XLM, and unfortunately I bought this before the dip, so that's down pretty bad. And then I went and got myself a meme coin at the bottom of this crash, and we're down on it right now. We're down on 11% right now because I bought it a little too early in the crash. I got it right about there, okay? But look where it was a few days ago. It will march back there, I can assure you. And from there, from $3.13 to $4 would be roughly 25%. So we would make 500 bucks, 750 bucks, something like that, because I had 2,500 in this. So these are all high risk plays, right? But I'm playing the crypto cycle, and if you understand how to do that, and you just take a deep breath when these days come, you'll be all right. But you have to understand what's happening here. This is not the end of the world. We may see it go down more. I'm not gonna lie to you. This it's got to come up and retest this, and then it's got to retest this, and then it's got to retest this before it's going to go through it. Getting through them shouldn't be as bad now because a lot of the buy orders and sell orders were consumed before, but I'm sure there's plenty more there now. But basically, this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this Bitcoin dominance thing to break this line. As soon as it breaks this line, that's when you're going to see shit just explode. So really, if you wanted to position yourself for the best returns, when it gets close and it gets down here and it starts screwing around with this line, wouldn't be a bad spot to take a play on any altcoin that you like right here, because they're all going to run when that happens. And it will happen because everybody's still printing money. So anyways, just like I showed you on the charts in the very beginning of the video, like, it feels bad if you're new to crypto and you haven't traded crypto before. The corrections are big and your portfolios suffer. But the ones who lose, and the reason that most people lose doing this, is that they sell on the days where it goes red because they panic. And the reason it falls so hard is, like I said, people trade on margin, but the demand is clearly still there, right? That's what these candles are. These massive sucks. All right, this is from 96,000 all the way to 91,000. That would be the equivalent of billions of dollars. Billions and billions of dollars getting sold and immediately bought back up. Immediately, right? Why does that happen? Because there's demand for the asset at these prices. So there's really good support right here. And it's very unlikely that we're going to go too much lower than this. Now, our next support zone is around $91,000. So if we do go lower, that's where I'd expect it to stop in the short term. Now, that's not to say we can't have a bigger correction. I mean, we could come all the way into these areas, in theory. You got to be able to ride it, bro. You just got to be able to ride it out. That's all I can really say. And I know it's scary, and if you don't like the swing, the volatility of crypto, then don't invest in it, don't trade it. But you have to understand that it's all happening for a reason, and the underlying fundamentals of the reason that the crypto market is running anyways has not changed. We still have a pro-crypto administration coming into office. We have less regulations coming. We have countries all around the world doing stimulus packages, printing money, which means the value of fiat currency is being debased, which makes Bitcoin stronger because there's a limited supply of it. Like, nothing has changed. And I kind of think that maybe this was a intentional move to get this pullback because CPI comes out tomorrow. And if CPI is good, that could very well be the explosion or trigger the next wave up. Now, wouldn't it make sense to pull the rug? If you're a big company, you can do that. You can fluctuate the price like that because you got so much Bitcoin. Wouldn't it make sense to pull the rug, let the altcoin, like, all right, so you've been in since $10, you sell right here, every $10 turn into $104,000. Obviously, that's pulling a ton of coins, putting a ton of coins back on the market, increasing the supply, thus making it cheaper because there's more of it, right? Pulls the price down. This guy, they do that. They know CPI comes out Wednesday. They do that 2 days before. All the altcoins crash. They take the money that they pulled out of here and they shove a good chunk of it in the altcoin market since everything's down. And then you get an explosive move up because all the money that came out of here goes into those. And they just start running. I mean, does that not make sense? If I was very, very wealthy, that's what I would do. So, yeah. Just a theory. Volume is spiking like crazy on the altcoins right now, actually. We're starting to see things come back. Volume's up pretty good. Getting some good candles. I mean, we technically haven't broken the downtrend yet, but it's looking like we might just do that here shortly. But anyways, yeah, that's the update on the market. I'm riding the shithole train with you guys, but I'm telling you, if you're gonna trade crypto, you have to have conviction in the long-term move, And you've got to be taking profits when things get good. At least if you're not a rich person that can't afford to lose, like, you know, first of all, you shouldn't be putting more money in here than you're willing to lose anyways. But secondly, if you want to consistently lock in money, when you get moves like that, right? And then it starts to do this shit and just kind of stay there, sell some. Every time you get a big move, sell some. Like, I mean, this is the entire crypto market besides Bitcoin. And since November 5th to now, it's up 100%. You 2x'd your money. And some of the coins are up, 10x, whatever. So, sell. Like, if you, obviously most of you watching this weren't buying down here. I get that. Even I wasn't that perfect because I had Ethereum down there, but that's really it. I should have been buying some of these other coins. But anyways, look, when you get these explosive moves, like right here, you should. I took some profit on Ethereum. You heard me say that earlier. I took some out and put it into the meme coin when it started to fall, right? Like, did I actually sell the peak? No, I was probably in here somewhere. But who cares? From there to there. Great. Locked in those gains, and I'm reinvesting it now on the dip to ride the next wave up. I'm not telling you to do that, but lock in some of your profit and maybe just put it in your pocket if you don't have the risk. Like, if you don't have the stomach to risk it, then don't. But simply put, like, that's what's happening, right? Like, look at this. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Like, the long-term trend going back to when Trump was elected has not waved, man. Like, nothing has changed. I mean, technically, depending on where you draw the line, right? Like, if you draw the line here, that doesn't work out, Maybe if you drew it there. I mean, it just doesn't work. Like, the trend is still so short. Like, you can't really even chart it very well. But you have to expect pullbacks is what I'm saying. And I'm trying to tell you, these are liquidations. People trading on margin, getting smoked. And then the supply getting bought up. But then people see the price moves and they freak out and they go running for the hills, and then I buy from them, right? Like whiff, dog with hat, I mean, you can see where I got it, right? So I'm still down on it. But look, just today, okay? %. So if you had 10 grand in there, you made $800 right there off that one move. I mean, come on. So I got it here, and if we get just back to our high for the week, that's 26%. And if we go back to our monthly high, that's 50%. And if we go back, I gotta change the chart, hold on. If we go back to the all-time high, it's 53% from here. This is a new coin. It hasn't done a cycle yet. It hasn't seen its peak pricing yet. That's my theory with this. And it's a meme coin. I don't have a ton of money in this. But I know how these cycles works and these things move, man. When they move really fast, really quick. And if you catch them, man, you can make a killing. I mean, just to show you that. Did 100% since February to April. And then it came down. I mean, it's following the chart of Ethereum basically identically, right? So if we can assume that Ethereum is going to get a huge breakout and do like 100 to 200% with a market cap of like $500 billion, this thing has a market cap of 2.8 billion. That means that with way less money coming into this, just following the price action of Ethereum, this thing can rocket compared to that. So I was willing to put a little money in here. to risk it. Is it actually worth anything? It's a fucking meme coin. No, of course not. It's just, this is trading, right? I'm trading the price. So this is a high risk play, obviously, but I'm just trying to kind of send some messaging in here and explain to you why we saw the crash yesterday and everything. I mean, the fact that it's already stabilizing should tell you that was not a crash. That was a simple short-term correction before we see more upside. And I mean, it's respecting the charts literally identically, or holy crap. It's respecting the charts perfectly how I have them drawn. Come down through these zones, right? We did break through this one, but we're still on this daily candle. I'll bet you, at least I'm hopeful, that we're going to get up and close right up in here. And even if we don't, it's fine. I mean, we still have hours because it's crypto and it trades forever. But even if we don't, tomorrow's CPI, right? So CPI could very well trigger another move higher. Or we could see come down here. I really doubt we come down here. I really doubt that. But we might. Anyways. Gotta believe in the long-term move, man. Good luck, guys.